Sorry. My lobbyists fell through, so I'll be taping this in my mother's basement. Hello, my fellow Americans. Today, more than ever, we face a crisis, at a time at which the decisions we've made will ultimately prove to be our greatest or poorest successes. We have risen to such greatness on the backs of our forefathers, and now we've become the vision of what success is. We have also inherited a great responsibility associated with that. Our obligations to the world are only trumped by our obligations to ourselves. For how can we support a budding world without strengthening our foundations? We have faced great hurdles since the forming of this great nation, and we will surely experience many more. But it is time we stopped falling down on account of our leaders who so clearly do not listen to the heartbeat of America. Leaders who fear change, or leaders who lack the courage and vigor to see that change through. Our greatest accomplishments have never come without some measure of critique, and with good cause. Although we desire a change, we mustn't continue forward blindly. You need a leader who will guide you safely in the direction of greatness, and I am that man. We need to realize that equality for all with respect to each other's liberties is not an argument, it is ununderstood. We need to realize that the federal government does not exist to micromanage and baby its citizens. It exists to streamline smaller governments and uphold the U.S. Constitution. And we need to better understand that the processes of a free market economy in order to better accept the gains with the consequences. One of the most disputed issues of our time shouldn't be an issue at all: gay marriage. As a man who was raised a Christian, and a man who knows both sides of the argument, for and against it, I can honestly say with all certainty that regardless of your views towards homosexuality, gay marriage simply affects no one except those gaining the dignity to live and walk as all others do in our land of plenty, and that is freely. You don't have to accept it. That is your right as a U.S. citizen. But you cannot deny them the rights that are given to them. From there, it is the right of the church whether or not to perform a ceremony. From there, it is the right of the state whether or not to recognize that ceremony as a legal union. As marriage is not constitutionally protected right, the federal government holds no place in the decisions made thereof. Our federal government has simply become too large in its honest quest to help people. It has managed to take this ideal and turn it into an inefficient beast. The sheer amount of capital that is lost in and on inconsistent bureaucracies is innumerable. It is our approach to helping that has landed us in the mess we now face. Our troops are overseas fighting wars for others, while the wars on poverty and drugs are being lost here at home. Our foreign approval ratings diminish every minute spent spilling our own blood on foreign soil. It is honest and true to help those in need, but we must help ourselves as well. We've seen companies come and go for centuries, but until now it has become our policy to save those companies from failing. To waste more of our precious resources keeping dead ideas alive is counterintuitive. And in the end, it would spell the entire collapse of our economy, far worse than what we've seen. History has shown that the natural cycle of a strong economy does wax and wane, and left to its own devices will continue to do so. We have to understand and accept that there can be no up without a down, but through educated decisions, those changes may be less severe. Our responsibilities to ourselves are mirrored to the world. That has always been our source of strength and ingenuity. But now, more than ever, we need a leader who has the integrity and foresight to bring our jobs home, to bring our troops home, and make this a safe and equal home for any and every American to live in. And I am that leader.